Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If there's one thing that's been buzzing around the AFC North lately, it's the massive rumors involving the Las Vegas Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I gotta tell you, this isn't just your typical off-season chatter. It's potentially a game changer, especially for Pittsburgh's defense, which has been crying out for reinforcements up front. The buzz is about a possible trade involving Christian Wilkins, the star defensive tackle from the Raiders, who's been making waves with his dominant play since entering the league. If this deal goes through, it could set off a chain reaction that's going to reshape how the Steelers approach their upcoming season and their chances of making a serious Super Bowl push. Let's break down what's being discussed here. Rumors driven by insiders like Diana Rossini suggest that the Raiders, currently sitting at 5-8 and in rebuild mode after trading away Max Crosby, are looking to move on from Wilkins. The Raiders are reportedly eyeing a second-round pick in the 2026 draft plus a conditional fourth-rounder in exchange for Wilkins. Why would they do that? Well, it's largely about cap space. The Raiders are over the cap by more than $10 million heading into next year, and trading Wilkins could free up around $16. $5 million in cap space, which they desperately need to rebuild their offensive line after allowing an average of just 4.1 yards per run. A solid run defense that Wilkins contributes to significantly. Now, for the Steelers, this could be a golden opportunity. Pittsburgh's cap situation is tight, sitting at roughly $88 million, but they've been known for their effective cap management and willingness to make strategic cuts. Bringing in Wilkins, a 29-year-old interior defensive lineman, would be an absolute game changer. This guy isn't just a run stopper, he's a pass rush threat, racking up 9 sacks and 15 tackles for loss in 2025, with a PFF grade of 89.7, placing him among the top defensive tackles in the league. His ability to disrupt plays at the line of scrimmage is comparable to some of the best in the league, and he's been remarkably durable, missing only 2 games last season due to a calf strain. Wilkins' career stats are nothing short of impressive. Since 2019, he's accumulated 26, 5 sacks and 48 tackles for loss, and he's been named to the Pro Bowl in 2024, where he tallied 10 sacks and 72 pressures. His run-stop win rate of 35% and his EPA per stop of plus 0.38 show he's not just a pass rusher but a complete disruptor. His ability to anchor the interior line allows defenses to shift their focus elsewhere, freeing up other pass rushers and linebackers to make plays. Comparing him to Aaron Donald's prime isn't far-fetched. Wilkins' PFF grade of 89.7 in 2025 puts him right there among the elite defensive tackles in the league. From the Raiders' perspective, trading Wilkins makes a lot of sense. Their cap situation isn't just tight. It's over the cap by over $10 million for 2026, and they're in need of draft picks to rebuild their quarterback position after a disappointing season, where their QB play has been subpar at best. Their current quarterback, Gardner Minshew, completed only 58% of his passes with 18 interceptions, a stat that clearly signals the need for a major upgrade. Plus, their defense, ranked 25th in the league, is not giving them the confidence many expected from a team that's been trying to contend. Losing Wilkins, who is a key piece of their interior line, would definitely weaken their run defense, which is projected to fall from 26th to 30th in the league. But for Pittsburgh, the impact could be profound. Wilkins would instantly improve their defensive line, which already features Cameron Hayward, who had a solid 7 sacks in 2025 with a PFF grade of 87.5. Adding Wilkins would give the Steelers a formidable duo inside, one that can control the line of scrimmage and significantly reduce opponents' rushing yards, from an average of 128 yards per game last season, which ranked 18th, down to an estimated 95 yards, a 20% reduction in run EPA. That kind of improvement is exactly what Pittsburgh needs to bolster a defense that's been the backbone of their recent success, but has room to grow. Think about the ripple effects. With Wilkins anchoring the interior, the Steelers' front seven becomes a true wall, reminiscent of the dominant defensive fronts of the 2019 Patriots, which boosted their pressure rate by 12% and made life miserable for opposing quarterbacks. This upgrade would not only help the run defense but also create more opportunities for the pass rush, allowing Watt, who had 7 sacks in 2025, to focus on rushing the passer without as much concern about the run game. And let's not forget the bigger picture here. The Steelers are currently 7-6 in the AFC North, and every improvement on defense counts. A stronger interior line means more tackles for loss, fewer yards allowed on the ground, and a more consistent, reliable defense that keeps opponents from controlling the game clock. This could be the missing piece that elevates Pittsburgh from a good team to a true contender once again. Their projected increase in tackles, potentially adding around 150 combined, and a reduction in points allowed from 22 to around 18 per game, would give quarterback Brock Purdy more opportunities to execute his game plan, especially considering his high completion percentage on short passes. This move reminds me of what Vita V did for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2022. His presence transformed their run defense, making it one of the best in the league and enabling their entire defense to flourish. Wilkins' ability to turn vulnerabilities into strengths could have a similar impact on the Steelers' defense, especially in big games where interior pressure is crucial. This isn't just about a single player. It's about shifting the entire defensive identity of the team, creating a front that's as intimidating as it is effective. Now, let's talk about the postseason implications. If the Steelers manage to pull off this trade, it could significantly boost their Super Bowl odds. BetMGM's odds already favor Pittsburgh at +1,200 for the 2025 season, but with Wilkins in the fold, those odds could drop dramatically. Some projections place them at +650, especially in cold weather playoff scenarios where interior defensive dominance is often the key to victory. Wilkins' playoff experience, including 4 TFLs in his career postseason, adds another layer of confidence that he can handle the pressure when it matters most. His presence could be the X factor that helps the Steelers beat playoff teams like the Ravens or even challenge for the AFC title. And speaking of Lamar Jackson, Wilkins' ability to contain the Ravens, dynamic QB who rushes for over 800 yards in 2025, becomes even more critical. A stronger interior line means less room for Jackson to scramble and run wild, which could be the difference between a close game and a Steelers victory. It's these little details that can swing the balance in high-stakes matchups, and Wilkins brings that kind of disruptive potential that Pittsburgh desperately needs. In conclusion, this potential trade isn't just about acquiring a talented player. It's about redefining the Steelers' defensive identity and setting the stage for sustained success. It's about creating a front that's as relentless and punishing as the iconic defenses of the past, like the 2008 Super Bowl winning team. If Pittsburgh pulls this off, it's not just a short-term fix. It's a statement that the Steelers are back in the game for the long haul, ready to contend deep into the playoffs and possibly bring another Lombardi home. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you believe Wilkins could be the piece that takes our defense to the next level? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news, because this offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory. Let's keep the passion alive, and as always, here, to Steelers Nation, let's go out there and make some noise.